Hello and welcome to Hidden Existence. Hope everybody's doing all right out there tonight. It's been a while.
It has a long while.
It's been a long time. So I apologize for my absence, but I am here now with Jason,
Well,
SiruPapers.com.
yes, and of course it's my fault at the beginning because I took a vacation and then it just kind of spiraled out of control from there. You know,
You
and it's
started it. You
I
started
started
the
it. It's my
chain.
fault. I blame myself, really.
Oh, that's good because I wasn't
Yeah.
going to blame myself. So that works out great for me.
hmm
Um, I can't remember, what we were talking about last, apart from the brown sauce.
It was. So in the interim, I have had a chance to because originally we were going to talk about the brown sauce and the salad cream. I did get them delivered to my house. I had eaten them both on like a sandwich for the brown sauce. I did it the way you asked, and then or the way you suggested, and the salad cream. And I will say this: we were planning to go live with the eating, like that was the original plan, right? Um, and I had an initial thought when I tasted everything for the first time. I can say that now, since I've had a chance to live with it for a while, my opinion's changed. My opinion has altered slightly.
Okay.
So yeah, my opinion has altered slightly on them. I can honestly say that the brown, you call it brown sauce, right?
Yeah.
It is okay. So my initial reaction, and this was the theory, right? That when we first talked about the brown sauce and the infamous salad cream, it was like, whoa, what are we talking about here? Was that it was sort of like Britain's version of A1, and then that the salad cream was sort of again your version of um, Miracle Whip, Miracle
Mm-hmm.
Whip, since it has that H
Right.
in there.
Okay.
Um, for the U.S. I I stand by so my initial thought on it I think is correct, but there are significant differences between the two. I absolutely think I can definitely taste the difference. Actually, let me start with the salad cream because it's probably the easiest. It is literally like between the a mayo and Miracle Whip. Like if this is mayo and this is Miracle Whip, that salad cream is right in the middle.
Okay.
I dig it.
Oh,
It's I dig it. I really do. Like I think I was surprised because I was like, okay, it's a salad cream, which means it's not this. It's not what I dig it.
what did you have it with then? What was
I've had
the first thing you
yes.
had it
The
with?
first thing was just a ham sandwich, right?
Yeah.
I took your recommendation. And it's good. I usually like real. I like pronounced flavors, right? So I'm a big fan of Miracle Whip, but I kind of liked how mellow it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was
It's got a
so
bite to it, hasn't it? A bit of
it
a
does
yeah.
a little bit. I mean, definitely not as tangy as Miracle Whip, but so it's like it has the depth of mayo
Mm-hmm.
and has it moves towards the tanginess, but it never goes as far as Miracle Whip. I have to admit, I kind of dig it.
Yeah. I really like it. If you
hmm
make it yourself, uh, and you put more mustard in it.
hmm
Is this Lucy Reynolds? Yeah, salad cream with ham and boiled egg as well to go with that. Makes it even more amazing.
I
Um,
actually could see that. I could see that because
yeah,
yeah, it does
yeah,
have that little extra stuff that mayo doesn't have, right? It doesn't go as far as Miracle Whip from the U.S. Like with the tanginess. Like Miracle Whip is way more tangy, but it does go. I could see that actually being a thing. Yeah,
mm,
I could see
yeah.
that.
Hey up, Lucy. This is a local resident who lives near me. She knows all about salad cream, egg
Mm.
butties. Um, Bit of an expert on them, actually.
Oh,
We'll have to
excellent.
get her on sometime and talk about them. So let's go to the brown sauce then, because I
Okay, you,
suggested just suggest bacon or sausage or
you suggested bacon, and I went and got a thick cut bacon because I know that our bacon here is very different from the bacon you have there. So I went and got a thick cut bacon, and I did what you suggested. A lot of butter, right, on toast. So I did a toast. So I toasted it in the pan and loaded that puppy up with butter, and bacon. And I have to admit, specifically with that much butter on there, it is perfect.
Yeah.
I have to now again. In my initial was like, man, this is actually really good. And I thought it was just, and I think the problem is the butter change does affect the taste of the brown sauce. So if I was like, this is just A1 steak sauce, right? Like we have here. But it does, like, living with it, I can tell there is a distinct difference between the brown sauce and A1.
Well, I don't know what A1 tastes like.
Yeah, basically, so brown sauce has a lot more cinnamon in it, and so like it almost has a more citrusy flavor, whereas A1's more smoky. They aren't that different though, all things considered. They really aren't that different. But the butter, I think that was the thing that freaked me out. Was once I sort of got a chance, I was like, okay, the butter changes the flavor profile of that brown sauce. I have to admit, I liked it. I dug it a
Not
lot.
just that, it's like the grease off the bacon or the sausage as well,
Yeah, yeah.
combined with the
Mm-hmm.
butter, and I think toast, it has to be toast,
Yeah.
kind of that, I don't know, there's something special about it.
It was
Yeah,
good.
Houses
I
House
I was thoroughly impressed.
yeah,
Yeah.
HP for Houses of Parliament, apparently.
Oh, really?
Bit of a political story about it. I'd have to get, Lucy to tell us about it, though. So, yeah, they're my favourite. Salad cream as well, inside
Hmm.
a stalk of celery.
I could see that.
You don't like celery, but you don't like
No,
celery. Was
I
it you?
like celery.
Alright, can't
I like
remember who.
celery. Yeah, yeah. Well, so here's the
Um,
thing about celery. I like celery. I don't like the stringy bits that get it stuck in your teeth. But
mhm.
yeah, I like celery. I didn't. I saw the question about maple bacon. I went with straight normal bacon because I didn't want to affect. I wanted to give a proper analysis of the sauces. So I will say this: I think salad cream is something. If they sold it here, I would probably favor that over Miracle Whip. Right now, I kind of have to go with the mayo my wife buys, which is an olive oil, because she can't do certain foods. So, like that's fine. But I wouldn't mind buying salad cream if it was more readily available here in the U.S. The HP sauce, though, I am gonna say I gotta stick with the A1. I think I like it's a deeper, smokier flavor for the A1 sauce. So I'm gonna stick with the good old US of A over here. But they are clearly the same. Like I don't know if it was deliberate, but they're very very similar, right? They're just it's like the difference between Coke and Pepsi is sort of the difference there.
Mm. So A1's more spicy as well, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it a bit more
yeah,
spicy?
yeah. It's got a little bit more spice to it.
Mhm.
Again, it's sweet is the best, or citrusy is the best. Is the best sort of analysis I can give for the HP. Like it's a little bit sweeter. It's a little bit more citrusy, but it's really the cinnamon. It's like my brain knows it's cinnamon, but my taste buds are telling me it's citrusy. It's almost, but it's like again the A1's a little darker, a little smokier, a little bit spicier. Um,
I don't even know
but
it had
again,
citrus in
it's
it, cinnamon in it.
yeah, yeah. No,
I
I
didn't
think
even
there is.
yeah, I
Hold
didn't
on.
actually know. Are you gonna
Okay,
check?
hold on.
You
I thought we
check.
looked that up once. Hold on, let's check.
Maybe do Pepsi all the way. Is it Pepsi or is it Coca-Cola? Um,
Well, okay, I'm a Texan, so it's Dr. Pepper for me.
oh, right, okay. Have you
Yeah.
done it with the squeeze of lemon? The ice, the squeeze of lemon in it?
Yes.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it.
This is
Um, HP and on white bread. I mean, yeah. I mean, for
Yep.
toast for me, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
actually, bacon on just white bread, loads of butter, HP. Um,
Okay,
yeah,
so I was using the word cinnamon because I thought there was cinnamon in there, but okay, I do see like prunes, plums,
really.
apples. So maybe that's it.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
HP sauce.
Tamarind, also tamarind.
All right, okay. I want to go back to doesn't tell me the ingredients on there. HP sauce ingredients: tomato based butter, malt vinegar, spirit vinegar, sugar, dates, cornflour, right, Salt, spice. Well, spices. What could the spices be?
Yeah, that's where the rub always is, right? We're like natural flavoring. Well,
This is the secret ingredients, maybe.
yeah.
Kind of thing that they won't tell you. Homemade salad cream is something to definitely do once in your lifetime, with eggs and mustard powder. And I'll send you a recipe if you want to do it.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it a try.
It's
I made
amazing.
salsa today. I made a tomatillo salsa today, so I would like to try making my own salad cream. Yeah, that's it.
So tell us about this, the ingredients.
Oh, it's actually really simple. It's tomatillos, and it's 1 clove of garlic, and I broiled them for 12 minutes.
What are tomatillos? Tomatillos, what are they?
Oh, let's pull up a picture of them. They are
I'll find one.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if they're related to tomatoes or not. I believe you would call them tomatoes.
How would you spell them? Because we obviously spell and speak very differently.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, here, I'll type it in a private chat real quick for you.
Okay, that's where we talk about reach behind his back.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
He's in, by the way, so you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. 1 second, I will find a picture of them.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're actually related to tomatoes or not. That they look like small green tomatoes, but they come in a husk, right? But yeah, they look like tiny green tomatoes. And like I said, they are very different from tomatoes.
They're not the psyllium husks. I mean, they kind of look like psyllium husks. They're not that, though, are they?
No, that's the thing around them. The fruit is inside.
Yeah, that's what I probably said it the wrong way. Let me get this off the screen. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I want more salsa.
It looks good. I could just dip something into that.
Yeah. So it's those are the two primary ingredients, but then I threw again it's salt, pepper, lime zest, lime juice. I think I used too much lime. My daughter, that's a tomatillo.
Oh, roasted there with chilies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Crushed red pepper, and like that was it. Really. Then salt and pepper. I used like a Tabasco sauce. I use Frank's Red Hot, which is also a slightly different flavor profile, and I liked it. That may have made it seem like there's too much lime for me. Is the Frank's Red Hot because again it's a sweeter Louisiana hot sauce, but you use that because that's a cheap way of going. Instead of having to do the vinegar and all that, to make it's just a quick way to do that. Like I said, it's really really simple. Did not take very long at all, but it's good. I liked it.
Yeah, it's nice making your own stuff, isn't it? Than having it out of a can or whatever. Raptor, you're not blocked. Every time you come on, you talk about being blocked. And I will definitely not block you just because I won't, even if you cause me to want you to block you, just for the fact you keep talking about you want to be blocked or you might get blocked. But yeah, we can see you fine. Yep. Now, the other thing that disturbed you was our fish and chips.
Yes. Well, I wasn't disturbed in so much as I saw TikTok where they were doing fish and chips. And of course, the chips they had, again, we would call them like steak fries because they're very thick cut, sort of French fry. Yeah. And the size of the fish fish fillet they put on this thing was like this. It was like the whole fish. I don't ever want to hear anybody complain about American portion sizes again when you've got like the whole trout just sit or flounder or whatever it is.
Cod or haddock.
Cod or haddock.
Sometimes you might get, but like I say, you don't get the head of the tail,
right? Which I know is a problem for you. You want that head or tail.
I want the head. I just want it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lacey, send me it on Facebook. She's actually made and I believe she will have done. Well, you're going to find this funny, but last week I made a little video for Iron Dogger, Jackie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was I've been doing a lot of work in my garden, I've not had time to cook or do anything like domesticated like that.
Yeah.
And so I've just been slumming it with takeaways, and there's a fish and chip shop like 6 houses down the road from me.
Oh,
Like
gotcha.
a minute walk. And so I sometimes just go and grab a fish, or some peas or something like that. And
hold on. Did you just say some peas?
Fish with peas, rather than chips.
Oh,
I like to get just fish and peas or fish with gravy and peas. Because the chips and the fish, it's all filling.
Yeah, no, I get that. And I can definitely the carb thing, but you mean like the little green peas, right?
Yeah, please. Peas, yeah.
With the fried fillet.
Oh yeah. Fish, chips, and peas and gravy. I mean, come on.
We're talking about the little legumes, right? The little green legumes.
Little green peas, the PEAs.
Yeah.
Is that how we spell it over there?
Yeah, PEAS. Yeah,
PEAs,
but with a fried fish, like I mean, like a baked fish, I could see that. Like that just, but fried.
Oh yes.
Okay. But what kind of gravy are okay? So that was the other thing. The dude, when he had the fish or he had the chips,
it's not fish gravy. It's not fish gravy.
Oh, okay, good. Well, okay, so like he was doing this thing and he was salting the chips, and then he put some brown. He just had this brown liquid in a little squirt bottle. He squirted it on it, and then he threw the entire friggin' fish on this plate of chips. What was that? Was that like vinegar or is that this gravy?
That's the vinegar.
Okay.
Well, salt and vinegar. I love loads of salt on fish and chips.
Okay, I love salt and vinegar chip. Now, our salt and vinegar chips are like the fried potatoes, like the thin.
Yeah,
I think you call them
fries.
crisps. Yeah.
No. Crisps are chips.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Our salt and vinegar chips, I love those, but I think you'd call them crisps. So I'm down with the whole salt and vinegar thing.
We don't call any chips crisps. We call crisps what you call chips, like the thin, round things in a packet that you eat.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have salt and vinegar. Again, we have salt and vinegar chips, but they're you would call them crisps.
We call them crisps. Yeah, we don't call any chips crisps.
Yeah. And we would call your chips are our French fries. That's what I'm saying. I'm down with the idea of salt and vinegar French fries. Pretty steak. I'm down for that.
Yeah,
but
we have French fries or chips. Yeah. Sorry, my dog's trying to.
Oh, it's fine. But it was like a brown vinegar. So is it like an apple cider vinegar or is it just like straight?
It's just malt vinegar.
Huh.
Malt vinegar and there's that combination of the oils again from the fish and the chips and the oil, the salt and the vinegar. It's like exactly. It's not fish gravy, is it? We get like beef gravy, I think, with fish and chips.
Wait. Like a beef gravy with fish?
Funk show, yeah.
Okay, one of these days I'm gonna have to make it over there. And I'm going to have to figure out what the heck you people are eating because
I've never heard of a fish gravy, actually. I mean,
I had neither. That's why I'm like, what kind of gravy you put on fish?
Look at this, having it large here, like soaking it up. The peas, mushy peas there, the gravy,
mushy peas. Ugh.
Yeah, look at him. He's got a sausage as well. And he must be hungry. Sometimes if you go to posh places, you get a slice of lemon. But honestly, that is really, really rare.
But the lemon I get, like lemon and the peas, you're blowing my mind. Like,
faggots. Have you had faggots? Okay, we'll talk about them another time. A Scottish dish.
Is it now? I mean, I know because that's not a polite word in the United States, but I know that I know cigarettes are, are called fags over there. I know that's
faggots like a meatball, and I think they're made of let's see. Should we see what they're made of?
I just love the words we're going to be using this evening.
Yeah.
So I'm still like fried fish and peas. Because like a fresh fish, like or a baked fish with I can play with lemon. I see that. But but like the fried the fried fish doesn't that goes for you?
Oh
Peas?
yeah, definitely,
Really? Okay.
definitely.
Well, I
So
can get fried fish around here. That's not a problem. I'll have to try it with the peas then.
get the
Okay.
mushy peas. Get the mushy peas, and a little tip here, which will change your life and anybody who's watching, and Lucy especially. You
Wait,
get
and a
your
little
mushy
what?
peas. Pardon?
Okay. You said peas and a little what?
You get your peas. I'm just saying, you get your mushy
Yeah,
peas
okay, yeah.
and put a knob of butter in and a spoon of
Oh,
sugar, spoon of brown sugar. Sweet. Oh my. Now you're talking.
brown sugar on peas.
Yeah, and a butter. Put the butter in.
Well, yeah, butter. I mean, butter
Knob
and
of
peas. Yeah,
butter.
I'm right there with
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
yeah.
All
But
right.
yeah, you put that sugar in, and oh, you're gonna blow your mind. Have it before, and then have it after,
Hmm.
and it's a massive fight to get a wedge of lemon in Wetherspoons. I'm not surprised. I think they probably share them, don't they? People have like a little squeeze and then pass it on to the next table. It's possible, but maybe not.
I
Maybe not now with health and safety and all that.
yeah.
But
What?
let's get back
Yeah.
to this because it is a real word. It's a real dish. It's called
Yeah.
faggot.
I'm fascinated now.
Yeah. So it's meatballs made of minced offcuts and offal, especially pork,
Okay.
pig's heart, liver, and fatty belly meat or
Ooh,
bacon,
actually sounds
together
really
with
good.
herbs for flavoring and sometimes added breadcrumbs.
Okay.
So,
I
I
can see
actually
that.
thought it was a Scottish dish, but it's traditional South Wales and East English Midland, the English Midlands. Um, so yeah,
Huh.
I bet you can find them. I bet they're probably called something else though
Yeah,
over there.
I assure you, they are called something here
Yeah.
else in the well.
So,
So that sounds. I mean, you know, it sounds like okay. Um, it sounds like okay. Okay, let me go a little highbrow with this for a moment. It does actually sound like a lot of peasant food, right? I mean, to use the offcuts, like okay, bologna. Here
Bologna.
it used to be the cheap stuff, right? Lengua used to be the cheap stuff. Um, that was like that's the food of my people was the cheap cuts of meat, the cheap stuff. Now it's all expensive because the friggin' yuppies and hippies and hipsters figured out that it was tasty, and I'm really upset. But you know, I mean, that sounds like again, you know, your traditional peasant foods. That's what it's the off stuff. It's the off brand. It's the stuff that the aristocrats don't want, and you put them together. And again, casseroles or sausages, things like that. So actually, that sounds rather tasty. I do love the name though. I find that
Jackie's saying we call that Seuss.
okay. Yeah, I mean that sounds about right. Like I said, I mean it sounds like anything else in the like any other sausage really. You
Mm,
know, made from the bits that aren't necessarily, you know, I can see the liver changing the flavor profile though. That'd be interesting. Okay.
yeah. Um,
Yes, Texas Jack, 100%. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get some lingua, and I'm gonna. And it was just the other day, and I was at Costco. And I'm like, I so no, I wasn't even. I was thinking about lingua from earlier. I was like, nah, I didn't have a chance. But I was at Costco, and I saw, I'm like, oh, they got lingua here now, and it was expensive. I'm like, no one used to eat this stuff like at all. And I remember telling people, like, "Hey, we're gonna get some lingua." We're like, "No, I don't want to eat it. It's tongue. It's good. I don't
mm,
want to taste it." I'm like, "This is the best part of the cow."
I
Like if
know.
you're not getting backstrap, I mean, it's like backstrap off a deer. It's like this is the best part, and just no one. Now it's all expensive, and I'm getting old and crotchety about it.
It's the way it goes. It's the way
Yeah,
it goes. But luckily, Max Powers here grew up eating lobster and
yeah,
oysters. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, Screaming shellfish. I'm not sure I can do that, really. I don't want to go into it. Um,
Oh, I no, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the sound
yeah.
of the pressure difference, and it goes out through the carpus and carpus. I'm a
Carcass? Is
yeah,
it?
whatever.
It doesn't have a
Carapace?
carcass, does it?
No, it's not a car. It's a carapace. It's the shell,
It's a
right?
shell.
But
That's right.
it's the links and the pressure escapes, and it sounds like they're screaming. I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, why is it screaming? And of course, in my head, I'm like, it can't possibly scream. They don't have the capacity. But I'm like, why is it screaming? It was the weirdest thing that happened to me in my life. I'm like, because it's like my head can't process the fact that I'm hearing this poor thing scream because I know it can't. I'm like, it's not supposed to be able to do that. It was absolutely. I was like, what is happening?
It didn't stop you though, did it, Max?
No,
didn't stop you. I've no idea what that means. Maybe you'll elaborate. I don't really.
Honestly, that doesn't even.
Doesn't really.
Oh, he's spelling it. He's spelling it phonetically. It's carapace.
Oh right, got you. Okay.
It took me a second too. I'm like,
I'll have to get the swear jar out then.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Oh, it's he's spelling it phonetically for us.
Okay.
Carapace, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, the pressure it's the pressure escaping, and so it's like it's actually the way a whistle works. But it is, it's the freakiest thing when you hear that. Texas Jack, they scream on the inside.
Yeah, that's the problem. So let's go back to the fish.
Yeah, back to the fish.
I don't know if it'll show me here.
Yeah, please.
Don't know if it'll play it. So I made this little video just for a laugh for Ryan Dogger because I said, look, I can't be bothered to cook anything, and I've been working out in the garden, and oh, what the heck am I doing? And so let me just see if I can find this. Is that playing?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Well, that's just a black screen on my end.
What did I do? I've lost it. Hang on. I'm out of out of practice.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah, you're almost as bad as Tex is.
Oh no, please. How dare you?
You're like, I know where the buttons are.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
So we actually we have Randy running our stuff now.
All right.
Yeah. Because we went over to the Odyssey app, not the big Odyssey, which is ODYSSEE. It's a new app. It's a cryptid or paranormal conversation app specifically. It's ODYSSY, and all of our stuff it can be found over there as well. And Randy takes care of all that. I was surprised as anyone to learn that Randy knows how to use computers as well as he does. I didn't know he could read.
Oh wow. Amazing.
Yeah, but he's a whiz. Yeah, he's our little technical troll, and we exchange goats for him to munch on, and he does all of our editing and compiling and uploading to Odyssey, and we appreciate him for it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what you need, isn't it? A lot of people behind the scenes, aren't they, that help put things together that don't get noticed or acknowledged, but you've done that, and that's great. Right, I've got this video ready. So this is
excellent. Yes,
still a little video that I made. Thank you, Mike. Missed you too. I missed everybody. I've missed everybody. And so this will give you an idea of the size of the fish and basically what I did because I couldn't really be bothered to do anything. Why isn't it playing?
This is the beauty of live streaming.
Maybe if I do that. So here we go with the very special, and it's not showing it, is it? Quite difficult to prepare, but I'm going to do it. It's going to be the fish butty. So you get your butter. That was something from before. Get out of the way. Get your butter. I don't know if I can do this one-handed, but get the butter on the bread because I've always got to have butter on the bread. Don't put too much on because the waste and all that shit. And we'll just keep putting the butter on. This is like really rustic. A really rustic way of making it. Just like slap it on. Then you get the fit, and then you just like slice like that, slices. And grab it, put it on the bread like that, and you get that. And you go, ah, yes. There you go. That's how to make a fish butty, rustic style.
Okay. I have so many questions.
Okay.
Primarily among them, the top question: how have you not had a heart attack by now?
Eating fish butties and butter.
Yeah. It's like it's all like, again, I love fish. I really do. I believe me, I love fried fish way more than I should. And that actually looks really delicious. But holy crap, it's butter and bread and breaded fish. Like, how are you not on your third bypass by now?
I don't know. Well, it's grass-fed butter. That must be it. It's healthy
That must
butter.
be it. It's healthy butter.
Well, there's good fats, isn't there? There's good fats. If you're going to have stuff, have good stuff rather than the bad stuff.
Okay, so you actually may have a point there. In fact, I was actually thinking this. It's like you're eating real butter, and I wonder how much of all this is the preservatives and crap that we have over here in the U.S. Okay. I don't want to derail us entirely, but like I'm really starting to wonder if so there's a movement over here called the carnivore diet, and a lot of people who have autoimmune diseases are seeing, and other kinds of diseases are having like they're going into remission with a lot of these autoimmune issues. And it's mainly stuff. And the only thing, like, they don't eat any plant-based anything. It is, I'm not kidding when I say it's meat. It is salt, maybe some pepper, and then water. Tea is allowed, but that's all they're eating. It's usually a red meat, or again, you can do fish, you can do some chicken, but like there's nothing plant-based. And a lot of people are the Michaela Peterson, Jordan Peterson's daughter, is sort of like the biggest front-facing proponent of it. But this has been around for a while, and a lot of people, particularly for people who have autoimmune diseases, it's been a big deal. And like the question I started having with that is, what if it's not the fact that they are eating meat? It's the pesticides and stuff that's in all of this, all of the, all the grains and that's on all the vegetables. What if that's really what's happening? Is that these people are getting because of all these chemicals? And what if it's all the processed foods that we're eating over here? It's like there's so many chemicals in there that our body just can't process. What if that's actually the stuff that's killing us? Not the butter. It's not fat. It's not even the breads. It's this other associated chemicals that's really the issue.
Yeah, I think so. We need to, stick to as clean foods, naturally produced, than all this other stuff that's coating it. And you just don't know what you're eating, do you? It's really off-putting. Just even buying anything that has been wrapped in plastic and could be 2-3 weeks old before you even get it or see it. Yeah, carbs. There's good carbs, isn't there? And there's bad carbs. Like there's good fats and there's bad fats. And the same with the keto. I mean, you've done keto.
Yeah, I'm doing it now, and it's like it's easy to lose. Yeah,
you're eating fats and you're losing weight.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get rid of all the carbs that I can. Again, the from bread, and again, I do think carbs are a thing, but it's like you go back a couple hundred years, most people ate bread and they didn't have a problem. So I go back to, what if it's not necessary? I mean, carbs are definitely a thing, and we're not doing physically as physically strenuous labor as we were 150 years ago, right? Just nobody is. Even farmers and bricklayers, like, they're not doing the same kind of work that it was a couple hundred years ago. But still, it's like, so definitely I think that the carbs are definitely a thing, because carbs are just sugars. But at the same time, I'm like, but in the back of my head, it's like, but is it just that? Like, maybe that's the biggest piece of the pie. But part of this pie could also be the other chemicals that are out there that are involved in getting into the grains, and they're getting into these other things. That's exacerbating the situation.
Mm. I mean, who knows? It's that plus being really badly educated on what you should be eating. Just putting your body as well into a state where it doesn't know how to get back on track can then really create problems. You know, it's a mixture of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
and it's all of the above.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, they worked harder. They worked physically harder, longer, more strenuous activities all day. To your point, the foods were cleaner, right? They were organic. They were fresher.
There was less stuff going on, wasn't there? There was no cloning, you know,
Yeah.
ears of corn and all the rest of it, all this GM stuff. And what I was going to say, you know, the bread was like a filler, really, wasn't it? You're either going to have bread or potatoes or rice, and it was probably just one of those items. So, you know, bread, pasta in Italy. I mean, every dish, every meal, or certainly an evening meal, even a lunchtime meal, will come with a starter of a pasta, and then you'll have your main course. It just comes, you know, naturally together, and that's because of people having to use, you know, those fillers, those carbs, because people were working a lot harder.
Oh, I
Uh,
mean, the
a lot of
pyramids were built on
jobs.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the bread. Like, if you've ever seen the breads they gave that the Egyptians ate, like like we would like it looks delicious. It was a very heavy buttered buttered bread that you eat, and with beer. It was bread beer. It's all carbs, but it's because that's what they needed, those calories to build these things and to do these things. So I think a lot part of it's just the fact that we're breathing in crap, right, in the air. You know, it's like, even if the air is cleaner than it was 20, 30, 40 years ago, great. It's still full of crap, though. We're still burning things and putting things in the atmosphere. We have pesticides. We have all of these things, and it's like, you know, radiation. Forget. It's like, even if we got rid of all of that, we would still be 3 times more radioactive than our ancestors were 100 years ago. Like, people don't even, like, all of the atomic testing that was done, Chernobyl, but really the atomic testing more than anything else put so much radioactive isotopes in the air that we are noticeably more radioactive.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually really scary. You're right. Bring back vinegar, because vinegar sorts everything out. Victor Jackson, thank you so much. That is very generous of you. Thank you. Now, this is kind of exciting plus disturbing at the same time. Grilled peanut butter and jelly. I wish I had some, because I feel like trying that right now. I've got the jelly. Jelly's jam, right?
Yeah. I mean, okay. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're the same thing. I know some people are like, jelly and jams are different, and as far as I can't tell the difference. But they're basically the same. I guess by grill. So here's my problem. I'm a Texan, so grill means on a smoker with flame, and I'm.
No, let's
She means,
talk about this. Let's talk about
yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had this with Jackie. I talked about, like, we were talking about how in, you know, say like the 80s, there was no internet. You didn't know anything unless you knew someone who knew something, or you went to the library, or, you know, your uncle's friend might know someone. I don't know. And my mum put me on this diet, because I used to eat a lot of sweets when I was a kid. And to punish me, put this on this diet called the Scarsdale diet, which is a really hardcore diet. And let me tell you about the amount of time I spend cleaning my glasses. Now I'm a glass wearer,
Yeah.
The constant cleaning. It's like a full-time job, isn't it?
It
Keeping your
really
glasses.
is. Okay, hold
No
on.
one
This is
told
my
me
favorite
about
thing.
that.
This is
Nobody
my favorite
told me
thing in the
about that.
world.
Yeah.
The little chamois.
I have
I
to do it
love.
under the tap with soap, a bit of hand soap to really get it. I don't like those things. I get them all greasy. It's the butter, I think,
It's all
isn't
the
it?
butter. Yeah.
It's the butter. It's the problem.
The
But
the
anyway,
what again? It's the what?
the butter.
Butter?
The butter. I'm
Butter?
I'm feeling American. What we were talking about. What we were talking about.
Oh, okay, they said a grilled
Oh yeah, so
peanut butter and
mum
jelly sandwich.
put me on this diet, and in the diet was broiled fish and chicken.
Mhm.
We had no idea what broiled meant. We just thought
Oh, no.
maybe they just misspelt it and it's boiled. So, imagine
Uh-huh.
did this 3-week diet and lost tons of weight because everything was boiled.
Yep.
The
That'll
most
do it.
tasteless diet ever. And she says, "No, broiled is when you put it on the barbecue, the kind of the grill." And I was like, "No, grilling
Mhm.
for us is in the top oven, that top
Yeah.
element. That is where I would make my cheese and toast under a grill."
Yeah.
Yeah?
So, like a pan fry. Now, I mean, I understand, like a grilled cheese sandwich. Like, that's where you put it on the pan, and that's what
No.
you
Oh, no. Don't need a
that
pan for that. You make your toast, yeah, in the
okay.
toaster or under the grill where
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah,
toast
yeah.
your bread, put your cheese on and then an onion and splash of Worcester back under the grill. That's it. I wouldn't do anything in a pan. I do put butter, though, between the bread and the cheese, obviously. I think Jason's frozen. I think Jason's actually frozen, a damson tree full of them. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm getting my garden made over. You'll have to come over and have a look. You'll be really surprised at what I've done. But yeah, I love damson. So I don't know what's happened to Jason. He's frozen. Don't know if he's going to come back. Where we are. If anyone wants to join me, keep me company while Jason's. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, it's just me now. Right. Let's have a look and see what's going on in the chat. I think yeah, I think so too. He didn't get that, did he? He was like, no, do it in a pan. I've never done cheese on toast in a pan. What's this? Buttered bread, peanut butter jelly in a pan. I've never ever heard of this. It shocked him, hasn't it? I think he's going over to try it, maybe. What do you use birch bark for? Oh, instead of sugar? He's back. Hello.
Yeah, StreamYard.
Yes, StreamYard's playing up.
Yep.
What? You back?
So, okay, so you toast and then you butter in the jam.
Yeah, your signal is really bad. Hmm.
There we are. Are we
Oh
back?
well. Your image. Take your camera off, maybe, and see if that helps. Coffee Mate's an excellent fire starter. Who on earth found that out? And how did they find that out? Can you hear me, Jason? No. Well, that's
Can
a
you hear me?
shame. Yeah, I can hear you. I think that's yeah, broiled means grilled. You're cutting in and out, so oh,
Okay. Let
dandelion
me try.
honey. Okay. I think he's gonna try and put his oh, why have I got that image on there? I think he's gonna try and change his router. His connection rather. I don't know why that image is up on there. If you sprinkle it over open flame, it sparks like sparklers. I've never obviously been camping with Coffee Mate, or even, sprinkled it over a fire. But that's a good one to know, I guess, is it? Handy to carry a bit of... Oh, you there? Cool. We've just got top hit. Go on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying it on my phone to see if that helps.
Yeah, it's definitely a better connection. I've got to try the cheese on toast in the pan because everyone's talking about it. I can do that tonight. I've got all the ingredients. Do you do it with
should. No,
do you do it with butter or oil?
Oh yeah, no butter. No,
butter,
yeah,
absolutely. Butter. Okay. Sit then.
You toast both sides, and then you throw the cheese in there, and then it's all good.
Oh, it's making me starving now. No, is French toast not when you dip it in egg?
Yeah.
French toast when you dip it in egg. I do like that as well. What we're saying here, Americans grilled cheese, hot skillet, buttered bread on both outside bread slices. American cheese between the bread and cheese melts. And it's almost panned, fried until golden. Oh no. I definitely fancy some of that. Right, June, how we do with the peanut butter? All right, okay.
Okay.
Does that give it enough time for the peanut butter to kind of soften up a bit? I love like the really... Oh, he's gone again now. Oh, he's back.
No, we got some activity going on over here, so.
All right, okay.
Probably what's that.
All right. Well, look, why don't we're almost like 10 minutes off an hour. Why don't we say good night to people?
Yes.
How you doing, Tipper TV? Tipper TV are doing lots of
Tipper, greetings.
Tipper stuff, cooking now over on Tipper TV. It's not on it's cooking with Marianne. Yeah. Everyone should go and check that out. Guys, we'll be here next week, I would imagine. And what have you got going on this week?
Tomorrow we're just going to talk about the convention we were just at, and then this week we actually not only do we have Question Everything with Jason McLean, or Jason McLean questions everything. We have the first live Cereal Papers going at 9 p.m. Central Standard on Thursday. So that's going to be live, and it's going to be weekly now. So
cool.
Yeah. And it'll be simulcast. It'll be simulcast on my channel and Texas Front Porch. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Cool. All right. Well, guys, go over and obviously check out Jason's channel. There's a link in the description, and then you've got links in your descriptions to your other stuff as well. So it's link to link. And like while you're at it, if you don't mind, help the channel. If you just give a like, that will it helps support the channel. If you get enough likes, it does. Yeah. But so oh no. Yeah, I know. We could have had a night of it. But anyway, guys, I'm glad to be back, and I've missed you all. So it's been good to catch up again. And we'll see you next Sunday, if not before. But until then, everyone, good night.
Good night.